lips. Is that when you touch it?
That's what I told her.
Boom, boom. You guys remember Mandicella?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, I just might not have played it.
I can't play it. I don't have a Manicello here. I met a guy in California that was playing Manicello on a guitar, and I wish he would have taught me how to do it.
What was that?
Some weirdo. So okay, so let's ask you a question. Who's cool? What bands are cool? Is there anybody
King's
cool
X.
tonight?
King Trick.
Let's see. King's Kiss Trick. Or King's X. They around here? Anybody play tonight?
Oh no.
How about you? You're in a band? Yeah. No. You're not? How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you do? Want a video store? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Turn on the video.
All right. Hey, well, what do you want to do? I think maybe we should have Bunny probably play for a while. Okay.
Give me 16 bars.
Buddha King.
Alright. I don't know. Now, one good thing about hammers, they don't buzz. I think it's the PA system.
I'm here on behalf of Zildjian and Ludwig. And the Zildjian cymbals I use when I play live are almost the same as this rig. I use a 20-inch medium crash over the floor tom. I play ambidextrously a lot, sometimes left-handed and sometimes right-handed, so I like to have cymbals that can crash and ride. And Zildjian is very suited for that. Their cymbals are real warm. They sound good. The bells cut through real good on the solos. Above the second rack tom, The Cheap Trick, I use an 18-inch medium crash, and I'm using a 16-inch medium thin crash because it was something different. I wanted to try it out. In the studio, I use 16-inch crashes. Right here tonight, I have an 18 inches of medium. That's a medium crash. Live, I use a medium thin. It's something you can either crash or ride. The hi-hats I use are essentially the same. They're 14-inch. These are platinums. I use New Beats. What I do with mine is an idea I got from Mick Fleetwood. I took the bottom cymbal and drilled 4 holes in it, and I put sizzlers in it. So it serves the purpose of letting the air out and keeping the dry cymbal sound, and it has a little bit of sizzle to it. And I found Zelgen to be real good. I used pasties in the 60s and 70s a little bit, along with Zelgens. And I don't want to downgrade pasty or anything, but our sound men never liked them. And they had a little too much high end for me, a little too much whine. But it's neither this or that. Some drummers like them, some drummers don't. I just find Zelgen's the best cymbal around. I've got 40 or 50 of them probably at home. I really like them a lot. I use Ludwig drums because when I grew up, and it's still a lot these days, they were the only brand around that made any sense. Sling-ons were okay, Rogers were good, but I had trouble with the hardware. The stuff stretches out and the legs fall out of the bass drum and stuff. And Gretsch were nice, but they weren't that well made, and you couldn't buy parts for them. Ludwig, I like. Ludwig has a definite Ludwig sound. If you've ever heard the Beatles, or Cream, or the Rolling Stones, anybody that's our age who grew up, that's Ludwig drums you're hearing every time you hear them. The snare drums are excellent. The snare drums really crack. I've never played this, was it brass or bronze?
This is a bronze hammer.
The bronze hammer. I use, live I use brass. They sound real good. The other night in the studio I did get out a hammered bronze that I use for a spare once in a while because I brought a 1925 snare drum in to try, and at least for some reason, I don't know why, the 70-year-old snare drum didn't sound too good, so I got out the other one, we mic'd it up. It had a heavy head on it, which I've never used in the studio before. We put a mic on it, and did it for about 5 minutes, and the guys in the booth came out and went, excellent, the thing sounded good. They work, they function. If I ever have any problems, which I rarely do, Ludwig's everywhere, you can find parts, it's no problem. They look good. I've never had any hassle with them. There's no other choice for me. Ludwig and Zelgen, that seems to be it. If I was getting a new set today, I'd try out everything, and I'd still probably end up getting a Ludwig. The only drum I've seen lately that even looks interesting is those spools of thread they got in the back room there. Those things they're butt ugly though, so I don't think I'd ever want to use them live. I've always liked the Ludwig Imperial lug and the long lug, which is basically the same thing. You know, they're nice looking drums, Ludwig. I like them. What they have nowadays, Ludwig, which is pretty good. A lot of the drums have 2 holes, one on each side of the mount, so you can set the drum up left-handed or right-handed, and either way the badge is facing out. You have no problem with the badges on the wrong side. They got no tone controls in their drums anymore on the toms, which is great because all they ever do is rattle. I haven't had any problems with Ludwig drums. I used Tama for a year, had a lot of problems getting parts for them, things like that. They sounded okay, they weren't bad. I used Sling-On for a year. It didn't work any good in the studio at all. I used old Radio Kings for a while. They were nice, but something breaks on there, you're totally out of luck. So that's basically why I use what I use. I use Ludwig and Zelgen because the stuff works great, it functions. That's what I swear by. Tom had a set, he'd get Ludwig too. Question?
So you guys are sitting on that Watcher, that was pretty cool, man. You guys,
Watcher, that was pretty good.
Yeah, you guys playing.
The guy that produces that show, him and Tom designed our original Cheap Trick logo back in 1975.
That was sweet.
And the guy moved to Hollywood and made $1 billion. And he called us up, you want to do a TV show? That's how we ended up.
That was cool. Except for Robert got the TV on his head. That was cool.
Maybe he deserved it in that.
Sweet.
Questions? Rick, Tom, or Bunny?
I have some questions on some of your tom playing.
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of like drags and flams on the tom-toms, and a lot of triplets between the bass drum and the toms too?
I try to use a lot of flams on the toms, which are, for someone that doesn't know, this basically is a flam, a double hit. On a song like Hello Kitties, you can use it as a flam triplet, which is... It sounds a little better than just going... It should last about 1 minute.
Coming to take me away, ha ha.
That's the flam triplet. They work real good.